comparison in size. Daly goes up, but it's Gin who rises as we expected to get the tap. He pushes it forward for getting out there as Culliver tries to get away. He gets it across to Vesti, but the ball will come out of bounds right in front of our commentary box here.
Kilby.
At the Kilby's the one who come away with the ball there. So now we'll have a boundary tire, and this is where Daly should be able to use his muscle and keep Gin on the ground, but we'll see what actually happens. Daly this time double hands it down, but Bannockburn try to intercept. Gin follows up. Culliver again gets a hand pass out. Gin's in there again. Ball's been dragged away from Daly. Connor Jervis tries to get away. He's tackled. The umpire said he was pushed in the back, and the Bannockburn veteran will have the ball. The man on the mark will be about 60 metres from goal. He finds a short kick, and that's to Gin. Exactly the same position from goal, but much closer to the boundary line. Gin waiting for some options. He's gone in a short kick into the middle, and it's gone over Pataglia's hands. He couldn't control it. Desperate defence there from Werribee trying to lock it in. And I think the umpire's going to have to ball it up now. Yes, too many hands on it, going nowhere. So we're just inside the 50-metre arc for the Bannockburn side in attack. No score at the moment. We're just 1 minute into this first quarter. I don't know if the memorial clock has been pressed yet, has it, Grubby?
I don't know how to use it. Just look at
push forward for Bannockburn. Culliver there forces the Bannockburn forward over the boundary line. So we're about 25 metres from the point post. Another boundary throw in.
Can I butt in?
You can.
Umpires today, I've lost them. Hang on, I'll do it again after.
Come back to it.
The umpires for today, and that is going to be deemed a high tackle, I think. And it will be Brad Carlton who will take the kick for Werribee Central's in the back pocket. He has been a very good player.
Mark Davison, Marcus Boom and Xavier Dew.
Patiage has the ball from that short pass from Carlton. He's looking in the middle again, gives it to Culliver. Culliver goes right across goal, doesn't hit his teammate there, but coming through for Werribee is Robinson. Kicks down the line. It is Tyler Crennan, who's been a great player for a few years now for the Werribee side. Gets it across to McDonald. Short left foot kick from there. Chain with a handball down. Now they're into attack inside the 50 for the first time. But chopping off is Perkins for Bannockburn. He kicks across and finds Naybaum. A true centre half back for the Bannockburn side. Another short kick right across goal into the opposite pocket there. Into the middle of the ground there, and it is Perkins who has followed up, and he's taken a mark for Bannockburn. They're still inside their defensive 50, but they work their way out now through Bowden. That's Ryan Bowden, his big brother Luke, out of the side today. It's a very, very poor kick into the forward line, and Robinson from Werribee will mark. Kicks down the line and will find Patiage on his own on centre wing. Distinctive black helmet on his head. He kicks in the middle of the ground and finds Carlton. Carlton ushering his teammates. A long kick down the line. Goes over the back of the pack. Oh, it's a drop mark from a Bannockburn defender, but he recovers very, very well and kicks down. Looking for Gin. The umpire said that he was pushed out of that contest.
Interfered with, yep.
And Gin will have the free kick to Bowden by hand. Back to Jervis. Back to Bowden. He's trying to get past. It's a dribble kick into the forward line. Doesn't really advantage any of his teammates. Daly can't bend down to pick it up. He tears it out of the hands of his Bannockburn opponent on the ground. The umpire comes in for a ball up. We're inside the centre square, slightly toward Bannockburn goal. Still no score. And the Eric Nichols clock has us about 3.5 minutes into this first quarter.
Haven't they got a time clock on the board?
It's on there, but it's not working at this particular stage.
It's probably Nugstad doing the timekeeping.
Yeah.
He's fallen asleep, Jerry.
Carlton for Werribee kicks the ball, bounces into the forward 50. Linehan Cunningham overruns it. Bannockburn come away with the ball through Thompson. Can't get it across to his teammate. Hand pass again across to Fletcher Wilson. No, sorry, it's wrong team. Regan Vesti for Werribee. He'll take a free kick. Man on the marks at 45 metres and also on a 45-degree angle, I reckon, looking from here.
And the funny thing is, this Regan Vesti, you know what his brother's name is?
No.
Fletcher.
Is it?
Fletcher Vesti, yeah. Played the twos.
So it's Vesti. He'll make contact at about 47 metres. It looks like it's got the distance. I think it has, and that's the first blood for the day to the Werribee Central's team. One straight goal they are. Bannockburn yet to score, and we are 3 minutes and 30 seconds into. Whose first quarter is it? Buckley's?
Buckley's scoreboard.
Buckley's
And
first
Rosie,
quarter.
what do you think? Yep. What do you think, Rosie?
Yeah,
Good goal?
Bannockburn's tried to control it with some slow play, but Central's got a bit of run on there for a minute. But right on his limit there, but got it through. I think there's just a slight wind going when I was walking across before. It was heading down that end, the netball end, whatever they call that end. But
no worries, mate. Good on you. Big Paddy Daly goes up against Gin. No one really gets a good tap out. No one can get it out. Culliver picks it up. Now he does. Gets onto the left boot, puts it down towards the forward line. Looking for Linehan. Cunningham can't quite take the mark. Good defence by Bannockburn as they now come out through the agency of Salah. Salah puts it up towards Connor Jervis, who takes an easy mark. He looks further down the ground. He hasn't got anybody at the stage. He's putting his arms out saying, come to me. Now he's just going to have to kick it and bomb it. He does just that. Puts it up towards the half-forward flank for Bannockburn, and a great mark there. Beautiful mark there by Clifton, I think it was. Puts it up in the forward line now. No one can... Oh! Fletcher Wilson. This time it's Fletcher Wilson. And he's taken a ripper mark. Could it be a mark for the Routleys mark of the day? Both of them could. A beautiful mark now. And Bannockburn get the chance to answer that goal. He would only be about 20 metres out, 25 directly in front. Maybe a slight angle. Won't matter. This should go right through the middle.
The ball was kicked in there by Brody Harding, actually. I'm just wondering where he is in that Harding family
I don't know.
tree. So there it kicks off the boot at 45. It is good enough, and that levels the scores. We're at the 6 minute mark of the Buckley's first quarter. Game on. This is going to be, I think, a goal for goal contest all afternoon.
That's your cue, Rolsey.
Thanks, Grub. Wasn't ready for that. But, it's just snuck that in. But, nice goal.
Was really set up by this mark on this wing by Brody Harding.
Yeah,
great pack marker from over the back as well. Got the run up at it, planted himself, got up high and got that mark to get a nice entrance.
The Gazelle leaping Gin looks at Paddy Daly across the line in the middle of the ground again. Umpire throws up. Gin again, he rises well above, gets his hand to it. Not necessarily effective, but it did go Bannockburn's way in a little bit. Chesterman is grabbed and tackled. He's not going anywhere, and he's going to be a very important player for Werribee this afternoon, as he has been for many years in the midfield.
Can't miss him. He's the only one with his socks pulled up.
He is indeed. Carlton, that's Culliver who comes through, hand passes across to his teammate there in Stevenson. He kicks across the ground, but that is intercepted by Fletcher Wilson, who kicked that last goal. Short kick and finds Battaglia, and that's Tristan Lachlan out today. He kicks across the ground, and that is taken in the forward pocket on the opposite side by Callum Elliott, and he will line up for Bannockburn second. He's about 30 metres out, 45-degree angle.
McDonald needs to tighten up a little bit on number 2 for the
Fletcher Wilson.
It's been damaging.
That's the second time Batali has just been floating around that 50 arc, that 40 metres out. The first one went over his head, hit him on the chest that time.
It's a very clever player. The ball comes off the boot. The umpire moves across to his right, but the Bannockburn players love it. That's their second. They go to 2 straight 12. Werribee Central's 1 goal 6. The time clock on the board says 4:40, but it started late. I reckon we're about 8.5 minutes into the Buckley's first quarter. Grubby, how do you like the look of the Werribee team starting off at the moment? Are you happy with what you're seeing?
No, not really. I think they've got the same problem. As soon as the other side get it in the full line, it's a goal.
Well, they've changed McDonald straight away over to the other wing. They've put Blake Taylor on to do a bit of a tagging job on.
Okay. Back in the middle now. Big Daly again up against Gin. Gin probably gets the good tap out, but it's picked up by Chesterman. He can't get rid of it. Does now. Another tap on by Chesterman. He's in there working hard. Out it comes now to Battaglia. Battaglia puts it over to Clifton. I think it was. It wasn't Clifton. It was a good player in Gin. And Gin has hit this boy right on the chest again. Is it Wilson again? No, it's Clifton.
54.
No, I think it might be. Is it young Brody Harding? 57.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it's 57. It is Harding. Harding now puts the boot into it. It's going to go across the face of goal, but it just stays inside the point post. The umpire signals one behind. And that moves now. That moves them. I can't see the scoreboard.
It's going to be 2-1 Banno to 1 flat 6 at Werribee.
In comes the footy now. It moves in very, very quickly. Chesterman on a lead. Decides no is Robinson. Robinson goes back towards Maxi Murdoch. Murdoch back in the goal square now. They haven't travelled very far. Matter of fact, they've gone back 5 metres. Bannockburn, they've formed a wall here. They've really got no one to kick to. So Murdoch goes down a half-back flank and what's his name? Houlihan gets the ball out. Out they come now, Werribee Centrals, all the way down. Kerr can't quite take the mark. All picked up by out of bounce by the looks of it. He's run out of bounce, Taylor. The umpire says, no, he's going to call back. What's he going to do? No, he's pointing to the boundary umpire. He put his arm out like they usually do for a free kick.
Very lucky because he was away. He was away there if it didn't go out.
And it comes actually, Rob, you can take this. It's too far away from me.
Yeah. Okay, that's thrown in. Gin again gets front position, gets a hand to it in down towards his teammate there in Maybourne, but he can't get away with it, and it's gone over the boundary line again. So it'll be take 2. Boundary throw in far side of the ground, and it is a long way away. Even my old eyes are being tested today, Grubby. That time it comes to the front of the pack. Bannockburn first hand the ball. Can't get it cleanly though. Wobbles out and it's picked up by Stevenson from Werribee Centrals. He kicks down looking in the direction of Kerr. Kerr just knocked away from him. Chesterman picks up the crumb, punches it deep into the forward line, bounces over the back of a couple of players competing for position through for one behind. So that's 1-1 to Werribee Centrals. Bannockburn leading 2-1-13, and we're coming up towards 12 minutes into the Buckley's first quarter. Quick kick out. Gin has got it. He hand passes looking for a teammate there, and that's a wild kick, and it's finished in the car park. Werribee Centrals will win the ball back. It'll be just on the defensive side of the centre wing by the time they get it back.
You said about Paddy Daly winning in the ruck. Well, he's not really doing it at the moment, but Gin's killing him around the ground. Prismal's got to find a match for that, otherwise he's going to rip into pieces.
He's playing as a ruck rover, isn't he?
Yes, he is, and Big Daly's not quick enough to go with him. So that's going to be a problem for him.
Well, the umpires decided to throw it in. It must have been touched off the boot. So it's a throw on the other side of the ground. Gin again works himself to the front of the pack, but it was definitely Daly who won that. Can't get clear of the pack again. Daly's in there competing like a small player to try and win the ball, but the umpire has decided that he's won a free kick.
He didn't get it out.
He didn't get it out, and it's Daly's hard work under the ball has won a free kick. Culliver kicks long into the forward line over the back of the pack, but picking up the crumb is Clifton for Bannockburn. He kicks it out towards the centre wing, coming through. Werribee defender overruns the ball there. That was Porter. Ball comes over the back of the pack, and Fletcher Wilson again kicks deep and cleverly into the forward line. Could have had a shot for goal, but he's found Battaglia. Hand passes over the back to reward Fletcher Wilson, who kicks a goal. That is great team play, and Wilson's really creating some problems for Werribee in the forward line. That takes him to 3-1-19. Werribee 1-1-7. We are 14 minutes into the Buckley's first quarter.
Creating problems. Who created the problem?
Well, he's certainly creating a lot of problems. Wilson, they've put a tag on him, but he's obviously not strong enough with the tag at the moment.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's got nothing to do with the tag. It's got nothing to do with who's on him. You cannot just run straight over the ball and keep running like Porter did. As a matter of fact, he was that disgusted himself, he ran off the ground.
Time out.
That was a terrible, terrible mistake. You can't make those mistakes.
Yeah, it was a very casual attack on the ball. So back in the middle, this time Daly does win it, and he gets it down towards Crennan, but coming in for Bannockburn was Harding. He couldn't win the ball. Comes out again into the Werribee forward 50 at last. Just been pushed forward rugby style, but the umpire said, I'll have it now. He's going to throw it up directly in front of goal, but 48 metres out. Bannockburn need their defence to be on top here. They've done a very good job up until now. The ball's come out to Werribee's Vesti. He kicks into the forward line looking for Chesterman. Knocked away from him by Gin, who's worked back to support his defence very well, very well indeed. The ball comes out to Luke Young. He hand passes forward. The umpire's blown the whistle and said we will have a
Throw in.
Ball up.
Very
No, it's a throw in.
Throw in.
Deceiving. There's a few out of bounds that have been a bit hard to see.
Bit like Winch. You think it's in play, next minute the umpire's got his hand up with his whistle gone.
So the umpire's about to throw it in again. Daly's in front position. Gets a double fister to it, but Bannockburn win the ball immediately. Can't go any further as he's wrapped up immediately. We'll have another ball up. We're just outside Werribee's forward 50. Gin once again punches it into the clear, but ball comes off a Bannockburn player's hands into the hands of Werribee. They punch it forward, and that's a great use of the body in the forward line by Houlihan. And he's taken a chest mark.
And a good kick by Stevenson, I think it was.
Stevenson. He's 20 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Really must kick this goal for his team to get them back in touch. They're currently 12 points behind, and we're about 16 minutes into the Buckley's Entertainment first quarter here at Victoria Park, Bannockburn.
Well, he kicked 4 last week, so let's see how he goes today.
So Houlihan, very, very deliberate, comes off the boot horribly. Through for 1 point only to the right.
Can't miss those.
No, for a bloke who kicked 4 last week, he looked terribly nervous lining up for that. He must have got them all on the run.
Goal square.
So waiting for the ball to come back into play again. It's Perkins, I think, in the last line of defence. He plays on now. Kicks long down to the half-back flank, looking for the boundary line. Gin's up in front, can't hold it. Over the back of the pack, Vesti wins the ball for Werribee. It comes forward. Chesterman roves, runs into an open goal, and that's the one they were looking for. A quick answer to that very poor miss from Houlihan. So that takes them to 2-2-14. Bannockburn 3-1-19. And we're 17 minutes into the Buckley's first quarter.
Rolls, he read that well. There was a Bannockburn player with him that did run with him. I didn't see the number, but you've got to run down with your midfielders, don't you?
You do. And I think the Bannockburn player ran under the ball, and Chesterman read it a bit better, and he was off to the races.
Yeah, and there was a bloke behind, that's what I'm saying, behind him that didn't go in. You have to go in. Back in the middle. Again, Gin versus Daly. Been that way all quarter. Up they go. Gin probably gets a finger on it, comes down to Clifton. He's tackled, loses the footy, goes out towards, I think that was...
Stevens has hurt himself.
Well, he's down too. Don't want to see that. Out on the wing now. Picked up by Bannockburn. Puts it up towards the forward pocket. In they go in hard. 31 is Robinson. Puts it back over towards... Is it Vesti all the way out there again?
Yep.
And I think it is, but the ball's trickled over the boundary line. The umpire will throw it in just outside the 50. Bannockburn scoring in.
You'd think they'd look after a bloke with poor eyesight and place him over this side of the ground,
Well,
wouldn't
I asked Ronnie to kick it this side. I told Prismal to kick it this side. And both of the Mongols are kicking it on the other side.
They're definitely India. It's not fair.
Unbelievable.
Okay, we're waiting on the ball to come back into play. Far side of the ground again.
He doesn't look good, Stevenson.
No, I think it's his ankle.
I think that's the reason.
Yeah, we're holding up play here for him to get him off.
I
Bit
don't
of a
know
shame. We missed him the last couple of weeks.
Well,
unless it's a stretcher, Grubby, our play shouldn't be held up, should it?
Well, I agree here because the play's not there. What they've been generally doing is if a bloke's down and can't get up and it's in the vicinity to where the ball is, then they stop the play. It's a good 50 yards away. But if you think about it, one kick and it's back to a bloke with trainers around him. So, look, I don't mind it. Makes me... We'll be home a bit later, but I don't mean I believe you could do it now because I don't have to wait till he gets all the way off. But at that stage, he was in a possible corridor where the ball could have travelled. But he's far away off now, and I think they should do it now.
The bloke that's about to come on the ground for Bannockburn, wearing number 54, Grubby. He used to wear number 7. I reckon he's the best kick in the competition.
Well, he's a very good
Lewis
kick.
Clifton.
Yeah.
He must have maybe had some time away from the club and he's come back, and by then his number 7 had been given to Nappy's College's young bloke, and he obviously couldn't get it back.
Oh, well, as long as you get a kick, it don't matter what number you wear.
Exactly right. So we've got a throw in now, and it certainly favours Bannockburn. Quick kick from that stoppage goes into the forward line. Werribee come out. Tyler Crennan chasing after it. He's trying to capture Henderson, but he's got a hand pass away. But the ball bobbles out, and Werribee Centrals win possession back out to centre wing. Ryan Perkins picks it up but carries it over the line. And we'll have a boundary throw. And had a lot of them today, and there's not a breath of wind, really. There's no excuse for the ball to be jammed up against a boundary line when there's so much space on this beautiful big ground to be playing on.
I think both of them have got respect for each other, and they're keeping it wide rather than go down the corridor.
Definitely best on ground, the boundary at the moment.
No worries. Daly wins that, but not really to great effect. Quick kick out of the pack, but it's Maybaum who slaps it on his boot, gets it forward very quickly. Callum Elliott takes a mark for Bannockburn, kicks it into the hot spot at centre half forward, but Robinson takes a relieving mark in defence for Werribee. Quickly kicks it out in the wing and finds Houlihan on his own. Hand pass from Houlihan over the top, and that is Vesti, who's been very, very busy this afternoon. That's a nice little drop punt into the forward line, straight to Bannockburn defenders. Neither of them are able to mark it. Quick kick out of the pack by Padillage, and that is a wonderful left foot snap for goal. And that puts the visitors in front. They are 3-2-20. Bannockburn 3-1-19. 21 minutes into the first quarter.
And I'll tell you what, Jack Stevenson just walked past the Bannockburn dugout there, and Ronnie Pilgrim went straight to him, put his arm around him and said, "Hope you're all right, mate." And that's what you love to see. That's why this is community football.
Yes.
And that was a good gesture from a bloke who played like a thug. Well, Ronnie used to whack blokes all the time. Now he's tapping them on the back.
Gin and Daly are both absent from this centre bounce. Looks like Maybaum and it'll be Gilbert for the Werribee side. Gilbert sort of shepherded out of that. Tyler Crennan, clever handball to Culliver. Culliver goes back to Porter, who goes back to Culliver, and he kicks out wide and finds Donnan. Centre wing, Werribee Centrals with a 1-point lead. Donovan kicks very, very poorly down the line, and I think that is going to be out on the full. It is indeed, and Bannockburn have won the ball back. Henderson comes up for a spell in front of us. Ball's kicked back into the Bannockburn forward line. Lots of players going up. That's a very, very good mark by Donnan after he's kicked the last one out on the full. He's probably a bit nervous going down the line again. This time it remains in play, and that's a great mark by Kerr. Quick hand pass from him finds Stevens. Stevens kicks into the forward line, and there is Vesti, who drops the mark, but the umpire has paid it.
Lucky there.
Very, very lucky. It was a ripping kick.
Yeah, had enough of it. It was a really good kick, so about 40 metres out, maybe 38. Vesti will go back and kick almost directly in front to add to this 1-point lead that they have.
I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth, but when a bloke drops a mark that's pretty easy, you don't get a second chance. That's no mark to me.
No.
I don't think that's a mark.
Comes off the boot of Vesti. The goal umpire doesn't move, and that extends the Centurions' lead to 7 points. It's 27-19, and we are 23 minutes into the Buckley's Entertainment first quarter.
Nice kick for goal, Rosie.
Yeah, he was a bit out of his range with his first kick, but a bit closer there. Made no mistake.
And I thought he played he was nearly in my votes last week for the interleague game, so he's run into a bit of run of form, Regan Vesti.
Yeah, he had a spell playing up down Swan Hill for a while, somewhere down there, but...
Warren or one of them, or Swan Hill itself, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in the league down there, but... don't know, him and his brother. His brother goes all right too. In the seconds, Fletcher, he's showing a bit of run on the wing.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. Back in the middle. Keegan Gilbert. And Rob Maybaum. Up they go now. Two non-ruckmen. Gilbert wins the tap, goes to Battaglia. Battaglia to Jervis. Jervis runs through the middle of the ground up to centre half forward. He's looking out there and finds Kelly. Kelly gets the handball. Comes out now. Oh, back to who was that run down there? It was Harding, I think. Comes all the way to the middle and almost a big mark. Play on's the call. It's Gin down there. Gets slung tackle to the ground and he's paid sling tackle. Head never hit the ground and actually never went near it, but the action was sling. I actually called it in the call. I don't think a free kick, but...
Yeah, a bit lucky.
Umpire says yes, and that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it's one of those difficult ones. He wasn't thrown with any malicious intent. Gin had momentum, and he grabbed all his jump. It was almost his momentum that caused the sling, isn't it?
Momentum cost Sammy Quinn 3 weeks for Belpost Hill in a ridiculous report 2 weeks ago. And it's hit the post there. That's a bad miss. A bad miss, so they really needed that goal to regain their ascendancy. 1 point. Ball can be brought back in now. That's by Mickey Culliver. Culliver goes out. Oh, it's a long way for me to see. It's not Stevens. It's Harley Kilby. Kilby, well, that's too far. He's gone even further, Rob, on me.
Out it comes. Kick further down the line. Stevenson's got it on the centre wing. I'll wait till it comes back
McDonald's
your
got it
side,
at the
Grubby. McDonald, sorry, has got it on the far side of the ground. He goes backwards, and he goes backwards a long, long way to Kilby. He kicks across goal, and it's Thompson who... Robinson, sorry. He goes across the ground to Donnan. Donnan short
Taylor.
kick down the line, and Taylor...
No, that was Taylor.
Sorry, Murdoch, sorry. Murdoch into the middle of the ground. That's a lovely kick and finds Gilbert, the non-ruckman, as he was described by Grubby. He gets it to Tyler Crennan. He kicks a long, long way across the ground to McDonald. Can the boundary line get there first? No, McDonald gets it inside, but he's tackled immediately. Still got it, but finally gets it over the boundary line for a throw-in. This is way over on the far side of the ground, centre wing. Another throw-in. We must be coming up close to 25 or 6 minutes, but anything like the interleague games, all 36-minute quarters.
I buggered that up, didn't I? A non-ruckman, you got the greatest tap out of the year.
He did. Ball comes back into the middle of the ground there. Vesti back on the ground. He wins the ball, tackled immediately, and has been dragged down. So another ball up. We'll get to see the non-ruckmans go at it here again. This time he hits it to sort of the advantage of his team. His team have got it. Crennan wins a handball. He's away on the left foot. Bounce. Kicks it into true centre half forward. Over the back of the pack. Bannockburn. That could be a free kick. No, the umpire said, all right, young fella from Werribee dragged off the ball. Kerr's got it. Heading towards goal, but he's dragged off the ball. There's almost a snap. He was dragged off the kick. I think he's penalised him for incorrect disposal, which is hard.
He bumped him and he tried to kick it. It's a terrible decision.
There's some sore boys out there after that tackle as well.
Oh, dear me. That was quite funny. Anyway, the ball's been kicked in by...
there we go.
Had a holding free there.
Not quite sure who that was, but a holding free kick to
That's Gilbert.
Bannockburn. It must be Maybaum who kicked it down the line there. Punched away from Bannockburn's... Bailey Kelly, and goes out over the boundary line. The boundary umpires have been very, very busy today, as both sides are playing safe.
One has.
One's on that side, hasn't he?
He's earning his money.
Maybaum and Gilbert again. Maybaum pulls it out of the ruck, gets it onto his boot really, really quickly, kicks it forward. That's a one-hand attempt there by Werribee's Taylor. His side wins it back, kicks it wide. The umpire may say, it was out in the full anyway.
Out in the full anyway. But I tell you what, you'd have played deliberate if it wasn't.
Yeah, for sure. So it's like Gin there. No, it's Maybaum. He kicks long into the hot spot. There's a big pack of players. Gin goes up, can't hold the ball. Over the back of the pack, Chesterman immediately tackled and dragged down. And the umpire said, son, you had it for too long, which I thought was a little harsh. He did take one step and was tackled, and that's been deemed prior, I suppose, Grubby.
Yeah, I think what you do is take a note out to him with the words written on it, prior opportunity, because there was none. There was absolutely none whatsoever.
Don't know that you could even say prior opportunity in the time he had then.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't even say opportunity. That was a disgraceful decision.
Who have we got kicking this?
He's arguing his point as well.
Is that Henderson? For Bannockburn, has a shot at goal. And he looks happy, and the goal umpire agrees with him, and that levels the scores up. It's 4-2, each of two at the 28-minute mark of the Buckley's Entertainment first quarter.
Need him to turn around.
It's sort of got the Henderson body shape, is it? Yeah, I'm going with Henderson. Number 3 when he eventually spins around. Tyler?
I'll lock on and I'll let you know.
Thanks, buddy. So we're back in the middle now. Daly's back on the ground. The wannabe ruckman's having a rest, Gilbert. And it's Maybaum this time. And it has two swipes at it. Daly wins both of them and then eventually wins the ball himself.
See that off.
And there's a big kick forward. It goes up and under. 2 Bannockburn defenders jostling, and Kerr has won himself a free kick. He finished up on the ground in front of that pack. The umpire said he was infringed. I don't know how good kick the lad is, but he's going to be kicking from 52 metres out, albeit directly in front.
It might be a bit rusty. His first game for the year, isn't it?
Yeah, first game.
It was Aidan Osborne down the other end.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's a free kick to Werribee Centrals, which I didn't see either, which I'm not saying it's not there, but I didn't see it.
He's got a bit of a Michael Holding run up at the
Yeah,
moment.
he has indeed. So Kerr will kick from 51 or 2. It's left the boot horribly, but wobbles towards goal over the back of the pack. Coming through very quickly there.
I think it's gone out.
I think they called a
No,
play.
they've
Yeah,
already
it's 1
called a
point.
point,
Had
yeah.
crossed the line, the umpire said. So that's enough to put the visitors in front by 1 point. 4-3 plays 4-2, and Lewis Clifton again hits his target as he normally does. Quick hand pass and play on, and it's Perkins now who has the mark. Halfback flank for the Bannockburn side, trying to find a way out, but there's not a lot of room, and it's forced them to kick right across the ground into the far back pocket again to look for a way out, and this has gone down to the halfback flank. Clifton now has it again. He's taken a bounce, running to centre wing. He's run a long way. The umpire said that's fine. Clifton hits another target, but he dropped the ball. That was Osborne. Jervy's hand passes back to Clifton. Clifton hand passes again. Punched away by Brad Carlton from Jervy's, who was waiting. Carlton has picked up the crumb that he created, drives forward, and that's a wonderful mark on the lead by Linehan Cunningham. What a great kick and a beautiful mark, and he is within range, probably 40 metres, tighter than 45-degree angle. Boys, you know him well. Is this one home?
Don't even bother asking.
Well, he's normally pretty reliable.
It could go out in full.
Well,
It could go right through the middle. But I tell you what, 1 more centimetre higher and longer, and he'd have spoiled that. That was a magnificent kick.
It certainly was. Linehan Cunningham comes off the boot now. It's going to fall short and punched
Didn't even
through.
make the bloody distance.
Very short.
Did not make the distance from 40-odd metres. He seemed to get a bit close to the man on the mark and then
Siren.
panicked.
There's a siren.
Punch through for one behind on the siren. That gives them a 2-point lead. 4-4-28, 4-2-26. We are at Victoria Park. Match of the day, Bannockburn versus Werribee Central's goal kickers. Or you want to do
I'll go
that,
through the
Tyler?
goal kickers. For Werribee, you've got Paddy Arge with 1, Vesti with 2, and Chesterman with 1. For Banno, you've got Fletcher Wilson with 2, Callum Elliott with 1, and Aidan Osborne with 1. If that's all, we'll head back to the station for a quick break.